Hey there, folks. Welcome to Cloud B. Today we're going to go over EC2 instances with AWS. And EC2 is just Elastic Compute Cloud, pretty much. And this is a virtual environment where you are able to pretty much rent the space to create the environment without really, purchasing too much. And Amazon refers to these as instances. So if you see the word instances, they're normally talking about EC2. And these could be pre-configured templates that can be used when it comes down to like operating systems. They already come prepared for you. All you have to do is just select which operating system that you would actually like to use and utilize, and you can actually do that really quick, and they'll have it set up super fast. So going over this, we're going to start by clicking EC2. And with these EC2 instances as well, you're able to, download stuff to them, like different applications or services, even if they're custom applications or services. Feel free to do what you want with this, right? Because AWS provides all the configurations of like the CPU, memory, storage, everything they handle. So you are just literally getting on everything just virtually, as long as everything is set up perfectly fine. So the first things that we are going to do, if I can find my lovely mouse. All right, we went to EC2, and now from EC2, we are going to hit launch instance. All right, and now that we are here, the name of our instance is going to be my EC2 server. All right. And what we're going to do for the Amazon machine image, this is what I was talking about with the different operating systems that you can actually choose from. You can choose whichever one you want. In this case, I'm just going to use Amazon Linux system. That's just what I prefer, is a Linux system. Sometimes I do Windows. It's completely up to you. But while I'm inside of this demo account for AWS, this is not my real account, so these numbers don't matter. While I'm in here, I'm just going to stick with Amazon Linux. It usually works better with Amazon Linux when I click it. So we're going to use that. Make sure that we are using the free tier. So no matter what you click on, whether it's Ubuntu or Windows or Red Hat, make sure it is the free tier that you can use for free. We don't want to be charged for something that you're trying to use that does not say free tier on it, okay? Next up, I'm just going to leave it at T2 micro. And for a key pair, I'm actually going to create one this time. I know on the other video we did not. And we're going to name it WizKey, because I am in Wiz Labs. Boom, create key pair. There we go. And you can see the key just downloaded at the bottom there in my downloads tab. All right. And now we're just going to check the network settings to make sure everything is good here. We do want the auto assign public IP to be enabled. And we want to create a new security group. And this security group name is going to be my EC2 server _SG. Okay, so while I'm creating this, we are going to allow traffic via SSH and HTTPS traffic from the internet as well. Okay. And matter of fact, we're just going to add HTTP as well to add on to the HTTPS, just because this is a demo and why not, right? So they didn't have me give my security group a name, which is cool. And it looks like they're going to just create Launch Wizard 1. I would actually want to edit this myself and change the security group name to my EC2 server _5G. Oh, I'm sorry, SG. For a security group, I don't know why I put 5G. All right. And for the description, we are going to put security group to allow traffic. You want to be as thorough as you can with the descriptions and really put like what things are for. So as you create bigger systems, you'll be able to look into the description on why you created that particular thing. All right, so we do have SSH already good to go. We have HTTPS already good to go. And HTTP already good to go as well. And now we are going to click on Launch Instance. I know when we created the Spot instance, we went into the advanced settings. We're not going to go to the advanced settings here. And we're going to view all instances, and you notice that the instance state is pending. If you just refresh that, it usually is pretty quick with it saying running. Just give it a little moment here. And there we go. It is changed to running. I know I fast forwarded a little bit, so just pause the video if you are following along trying to create this with me. And we see that it says running. The status check is still initializing. We'll go over what the status check does on a different section or a different lab that we're going to do. But from here, what we can do, if you click the little box, you'll be able to modify your EC2 instance the way you want. So if you needed to add some type of security to it, which we will go over security on what you can do with EC2 instances and just securing your account the best way possible. We will touch on that. We'll touch on networking, storage, all this stuff that we can add on to our EC2 instances. We will definitely get that done. But what I do want to go to details and just copy the IPv4 address. All right. And now I want to SSH into this. So now that this is select, I'm going to go to the top here and hit connect. And then the EC2 instance connect. We got our username. We can just hit connect here. This is not a Spot instance, but you see that this comes up immediately, right? It's giving us our Amazon Linux 2 AMI, and we can do whatever we want from here, right? If I want to list anything that's in here, you see there's nothing created in here. This is like an empty shell almost. And there's still packages that we can still download to these EC2 instances. Now there's ways to install all of those add-ons while you're creating the EC2 instances. There's a box where you can actually put some code to where it'll automatically download the packages and stuff, the extra things that you may need for Linux systems, and it'll download all of that as the EC2 instance is getting ready for you. So this is pretty much it. For the most part, if you want to go a little further with this, we can switch to a root user. There we go. And you can see that it changed me over to the root user of this EC2 instance for Linux. And if we want to run any updates by any chance, we'll type in yum y updates. I believe that's the correct one. And it's loading all of these plugins. So this is like the first thing that you would want to do if you're messing with the Linux operating system for your EC2 instance. And we'll just wait for this to finish doing its thing. I guess I'll go through in this video like all the different things that you can kind of download with this. So I may fast forward all of this, or I may just keep it like this. just so you can see everything download in real time on my screen as well. All right, that is complete. I just like to give myself some space. That's why I hit enter. What is it? HTTP. Oops. Boom. And that's the Apache web server that I'm actually downloading now. Boom. And I can start the web server. Start HTTPD. All right, so now that that just started, I can literally do that. Boom, I just enabled it. And now I can check the status of that as well. And you'll learn a lot of these commands. Especially if you're already familiar with Linux, you probably already know a lot of commands. So Linux is definitely important if you plan on messing with Linux systems, but I would learn Linux anyway and take the, I believe the LPI Linux Essentials certification as well. That'll just help you study for it and let people know you have a basic knowledge of Linux and how to navigate through everything. Status, let's do that. And we can see after we do status, where is it at? Man, that was fast. There we go. So after the status, we do see active and running. So our Apache service is actually active and running. I downloaded the basic stuff that I would need. There's still more that I can actually download to make sure that everything is good to go. But for right now, I have everything that I need. So as of right now, the next task that I'm just going to add on to this EC2 is we are going to create and publish a page. Okay. So here's what we are going to do. I have a code that I've already got from somewhere else. I'm just going to use the code that I got from WizLabs. Boom. We can do there we go. So I just changed the message to hey there Cloud B viewers, nice to meet you. And I just want to press enter on this. And the bash, the event said that it was not found. So let's actually go back and paste that. Boom. I'm just going to keep it regular. I forgot I did not add that to the back end, so we're just going to keep the WizLabs one. And now I just want to restart the server here. CTL restart. Oops. Restart HTTP. All right, so now I figured out, just looking at this, we don't need to do anything else here. I'm actually in a new tab. We can actually check that URL by typing in the public IP address, which we got here from the instance that I copied. And then I put that in front of there. You can type HTTP or HTTPS. And then you put your IP that you got from your EC2 instance, and then you do /index.html. And here's that text that I had inside of the coder here. If we can find that here. There we go, right here. Hi, Wiz Labs. I am a public page. I can put anything here, but now we are able to access that public page that was created. And mind you, this could be a whole static website that we're accessing here if that's what we wanted. All right, so this is it, guys. I hope this was helpful. You guys were able to kind of walk through or at least see how I was able to do that with the resources that I had within this demo account. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.